Welcome into Bears Now by Chat Sports. I am Harrison Graham. Today's show presented by Manscaped. Father's Day is just around the corner. If you don't know what to get your dad, get him a product from Manscaped, whether it's below-the-waist grooming or their nose and ear hair trimmer or their beard hedger. It doesn't matter. All that stuff applies to dads. Go check it out. Promo code Bears20 at manscaped.com. Coming up on today's show, Chicago Bears breakout candidates for 2023. Going to take a close look at 6 players, then 4 honorable mentions, so 10 in total. Now, I have my own criteria for who fits the bill of a breakout candidate. Number 1, rookies aren't eligible. You can't break out if you haven't played it down yet. Like, you got to show that you can even stick in this league first. So that's number 1. So no Roschon, none of those, no Darnell Wright. Like, let's just focus on playing good ball for those guys. Number 2, you can't be beyond year 4. If so, Trevis Gipson he would be the oldest eligible. Jalen Johnson, guys of that ilk. Now Johnson's already broken out; he won't be on there. But if you're entering year 5 or later, you are not eligible. Like, too late to break out. Sure, it happens. Geno Smith last year, but we focus on year 2 to year 4, guys. That is the focus here. And then number 3, you can't have truly broken out yet. Like I just mentioned, Jalen Johnson, he is an established, really good player. He's already broken out. Like, that's just the way that goes. So let's kick off with the number 1 guy. And Justin Fields, to an extent, did break out last year. Definitely as a runner and just an overall playmaker. Like, he broke out to the point where he was the clear starter coming into 2023. But the passing game does still need to break out. Like, he needs to still have that breakout as an overall quarterback. So I still think it's appropriate to mention him here today. Now, I think there were steps that were made last year, especially the second half of the season, where he didn't improve even as a passer. Obviously, the volume way too low. We've discussed that, but he raised his completion percentage almost 3%. If he does that again, gets to 63, 64, I'd be happy with that. Obviously, the passing yards have to go up, but it just needs to look smoother. Like, a lot of it is just eye test, and you look at it and it's like, okay, speed things up a little bit. Better offensive line should help. Better weapons should help. I expect a big job. A lot of reports coming out of the offseason program and practices and workouts and all that is that he looks like a guy who's taken a step forward. But until we get to Sundays, like, you know, I'm not saying it's irrelevant, but talk is cheap, right? That's the end-old phrase. I expect Justin Fields to play really well this year, not be a top 5 passing quarterback by any means, but more adequate, much improved, and entering 2024, he's clearly your franchise quarterback. That is what I expect, and that is what I hope we get. If you think Justin Fields will take the next step as this team's quarterback, subscribe to the channel. If you're a believer, subscribe. And if you've already subscribed, just type sub in the chat. Be like, hey, I'm already there. We're good to go. If you're not a believer, if you don't think he'll do that, then explain why. But if you think Fields is going to be that guy, take that next step, hit that subscribe button. Okay, let's take a look at some more Bears breakout candidates. We start with Khalil Herbert, the third-year running back, who, again, you could argue had a bit of a breakout last year, but he was still mostly the number 2 running back, wasn't the established starter, but it's Herbert's time now. It's his time to shine, and he's got to go out there and earn it, right? Like, this Bears running back room is not lacking in depth. But you look at the strides Herbert did make from year 1 to year 2, he definitely did have at least a mini breakout, but I'm looking for him to establish himself as this team starter, even if it is still going to be a bit of a rotation. Led the league in yards per carry, by the way, for eligible running backs. 4 touchdowns, 731 yards, like, really good season. You could argue he's broken out already, but he hasn't had that full breakout. Like, he's the clear RB1. He definitely is going to have the opportunity to be that. Like, he enters this year as this team's starter. There's no doubt about that. But I've got Roschon Johnson right there chomping at the bit. Deontay Foreman is in the mix as well. You know, Khalil Herbert's got to go out there and take it. He's got to improve as a pass blocker. He's got to improve as a ball catcher. Can he be an every down back? Like, I firmly believe this will be a rotation to some level, but if Herbert can go out there and be that guy that starts every game and is clearly the lead dog, that would qualify as a breakout season. Will Khalil Herbert be RB1? What say you? Type 1 for yes, or you can type 2 for no. Curious to see what Bears Nation thinks on this one. Let's go to Kyler Gordon now, the second-year quarterback who had an interesting rookie campaign, right? I mean, this is the first draft pick that Ryan Poles made as this team's general manager. He was a second-round pick last year. Of course, the Bears didn't have a first-round pick that season. And Kyler Gordon, you look at the raw statistics, and you're like, Yeah, this is a pretty solid rookie year, right? Like 71 tackles, 3 picks, 6 breakups, forced fumble. Like, this is why you can't go box score hunting, especially with certain positions, and I think corner is one of those. You got to look at some of the advanced metrics and just watch with your eyes. Like, especially early in the year, he got burned a lot. Like, he was consistently getting beaten. Now, I do think that the Bears put a little bit too much on his plate last year. To expect him to play full-time nickel, but then also go back to outside when you're in 4-3 packages, that's a lot for a rookie. That's a lot to take on. So I don't think he'll be doing as much of that this year. I think it'll be more just strictly nickel. But you look at the PFF grades, and it's kind of more indicative of what he actually played. Overall, not a good grade. Run defense, he was good in run support. He blitzes well. He tackles well. That stuff is at a starting caliber level. Pass rush, I don't really care about. He blitzes occasionally, but again, coverage, though, got to improve. I mean, the last month of the year, I thought he played a lot better. That's when he got those interceptions. He was better in coverage, but still a ways to go. Sounds like reports out of the offseason program looks good, but you need more. And hopefully, if he just is focusing on nickel for the most part this year, which it sounds like he is, then he's able to just take that position and run with it. Jalen Johnson's your number 1 outside guy. Hopefully, Tyreek Stevenson can be adequate as your number 2 outside corner. Then Kyler Gordon in the nickel, which they wanted him to play there because that's an important position in this defense. Hopefully he takes that step forward. It's a big year. There's no doubt. He struggled mightily last year, but he needs to be a reliable player in 2023. Like, it would be disappointing if the first draft pick made by this regime did not pan out. I think he will, but hopefully that strong finish to last year carries over into this year. Manscaped. You know what they're going to bring to the table. The best men's grooming products on the market. Father's Day is upon us, and if you don't know what to get your dad, time is ticking, but Manscaped is going to deliver for you. Bears 20% off with that promo code. Manscaped comes in perfect time on Father's Day. The Performance Package, which comes with the Lawnmower 4.0, the best below-the-waist men's grooming product on the planet, going to keep your balls nice and clean, nice and shaven with their advanced skincare technology. It's going to limit those cuts and that razor burn and all that stuff. Wireless charging station. It's water resistant, so you can use it in the shower as well. Really good product. Always going to keep your nads nice and slick downstairs. And hey, you don't want to be the guy that, hey, you go out on a date, things get a little frisky, and then, it comes off and you freak her out because it's looking like the Amazon down there. Get rid of that problem with Manscaped. Manscaped.com, promo code BEARS20. Get you 20% off. That link and code in the description and comments of this video. Jaquan Brisker next up, the fellow second-round pick from last year. First 2 polls picks. I like how Brisker played last year. I thought he played well. And I think this year is about just confirming what we saw last year and taking that next step. I mean, 104 tackles, 5 TFLs. He led the team in sacks, had a couple of breakups. That one pick he had, that one-handed interception against the New England Patriots on Monday Night Football, that was one of the plays of the year for the Bears. And it's just about being a little more consistent. You expect rookies to be inconsistent. Like, I thought he really struggled against the Giants, for example. Kept getting got on those hard play action bootlegs by Daniel Jones, but I think Brisker can be a star. Like, I think we could exit this next season and he could be a Pro Bowler, and I'm not talking about one of those fake Pro Bowlers like Mitchell Trubisky alternates. Sorry, producer Rolly, but I'm talking about a guy who's like a top 10 safety. I think that's very much on the table for this kid. Who will have the better 2023 campaign? Type KG for Kyler Gordon, or you can type JB for Jaquan Brisker. I think it'll be Brisker. I'm hoping Gordon steps up, though. I think he will, but Brisker's shown more to this point, so I will lean on that. Another breakout candidate, Braxton Jones, who, like Brisker, had a really solid rookie year. It's just about tightening up on those consistency things and taking the next step, right? It's from turning into a good player into hopefully a great player. I mean, he graded out well. I think it's the 19th overall tackle or something like that. I'd have to go back and double check. A couple areas he needs to improve on. Stronger anchor. When he gets bull rushed by really powerful ends, that gets him into trouble. He needs to work on that strength, which he has been this offseason. Already a really good run blocker, but that's where the pass blocking gets him into trouble just a bit at times against those bull rushers. But in terms of like speed rushers, he holds his own there. He's very agile. Gave up 7 sacks, which isn't great, but for a rookie, not bad. 12 penalties. You hope to cut that in half as well. But as a fifth-round rookie out of Southern Utah, I don't think you could have asked for more. But again, about taking that next step. Now it doesn't matter. No one cares that you were a fifth-rounder or that you played Division II or FCS, whatever it was, at the college level. It's about, hey, you play well as a rookie. It's about building upon that. It's, no one cares about 2 years ago at this point in time. He's got the chance to establish himself as the clear-cut left tackle for years to come in Chicago. The Bears could have drafted a left tackle. They could have traded up and got Paris Johnson Jr. They could have drafted Braxton Jones. They drafted Darnell Wright, a guy to play right tackle because they loved Darnell Wright and they believed in Braxton Jones. It is Braxton Jones' chance to hold up his end of the bargain now. Hey, ball's in your court, Braxton. Can you build off your good rookie season? Hopefully he does. Dominique Robinson, who obviously has a lot to prove, had one of the funkiest rookie years I can ever remember. Now, keep in mind, he was also a fifth-round rookie, so the fact that he was even getting good playing time is a good thing. A lot of fifth-rounders don't even play as rookies. Weird year, though. Had 1.5 sacks in week 1. One of those sacks off Trent Williams, the only sack Trent Williams gave up the entire season, and then he never had another sack the rest of the season. I mean, you want to talk about bizarre. Now, that doesn't mean he didn't have good moments the rest of the year. I thought he did. I thought he flashed at times, but he clearly hit that rookie wall pretty quick. And, adding some strength, adding some, pass rush moves. Remember, this guy committed to Miami of Ohio out of high school as a wide receiver. So he was very much still learning the position, but hopefully he fine-tuned some of those things. He said recently that he's going to work out, or he's been working out and is going to work out with Robert Mathis, longtime NFL star at the edge position. So hopefully he can gain some of that wisdom, some of that knowledge, and maybe he's a starter this year. He got to play a lot last year as a rookie, and the opportunity is there. Like, the Bears have not invested a crazy amount in the edge position. Dominique Robinson should have chances to go out there, play, compete, and be a factor on this defensive line. So we'll see if he's able to do that. I still like the skill set. He's a very good athlete. It's just about polishing that game, and I think he's got a chance to do that. Now, name a Bears player that will break out in 2023. I've gone through 6 guys. Going to take a look at a few more here, but I want to hear from you. Who is going to break out this year? If you had to pick one player, let's hear it right now. 4 more players to get us to 10 total. Teven Jenkins, now, he's borderline. I thought he did break out last year, but maybe a next step for him is stay healthy, play 17 games, or at least 15 or 16. I think he played, 12 or 13 last year? He's had some back neck concerns. Give me a healthy 15-plus games. That would be huge. Trevis Gipson had a good second season, kind of took a step backward last year. Kind of feels like make or break for him. Final year of his rookie contract. If he doesn't play well this year, he's probably gone. Chase Claypool, look, back-to-back 900-yard seasons to start his career with the Steelers. So in that regard, he had already broken out, but he still needs to break out with the Bears. He still has a lot to prove in Chicago, so that's why I've got him on here. Jack Sanborn, I didn't mention him with the other guys earlier because I don't know what his role is going to be. He's, your LB3 or 4, depending on Noah Sewell. TJ Edwards, Tremaine Edmonds, your top 2 guys. We know that this team's going to play a lot of nickel, so we'll see how Sanborn plays. Hopefully he plays at a high level when he does get to go out there. Subscribe to the channel. More segments like this to come throughout the offseason. If you enjoyed today's show, let me know, and we'll work in some more different type of segments on this channel instead of just hitting rumors all the time. We're still going to do that, obviously, but I like doing different content, mixing it up. So if you like this show, let me know, and we'll see you guys next time.